Coach, probably maybe a month ago, some people panic when they look at the roster. You had maybe 6, 7 guys. You have some guys come back, and then you add some guys. How do you feel going into, I don't know, July?
Well, it was if fans were panicking, you can imagine how we were around here too. So, the best 3 players we could ever sign were Doak, Devon, and Silvio. So, and you add that to the 3 that we got, and then you get in the span of a week you get something in. I'm doing. You get obviously Jalen and Isaiah. You're right. Obviously Jalen and Isaiah, which I think are both immediate help. So it's about as good as I think that we could. Jalen, you're this way, bud. You'll figure it out. So I think it's as good as we could have ever hoped for with our roster. We missed out on some kids. That's been fairly well talked about and documented throughout this past year that we were 1 or 2 with or whatever, and they elected to do something else. But in the end, we ended up getting what we had to get. So I'm pretty pleased with that.
And when Beeline left, did you have a pretty good feel that you guys would be in good position at least?
I didn't until we spoke. Yeah. But after we spoke, I thought we'd be in good shape. We've known Jalen a while, and to be real candid with you, he committed earlier than we wanted him to commit, and we didn't do a great job the first time around after we knew that he was, wanting to do something early. What's up, stud? So we knew we made a mistake by not being more aggressive earlier in the deal, but fortunately we had a chance to make up for it. So.
You had said that you wanted to hit maybe, or you needed to hit maybe a double in recruiting. Do you feel like you guys hit that?
Did I say that?
Yeah, at the end of your banquet.
In the banquet?
Yeah.
I think we probably did better than that. Because at the banquet time, we didn't know about Silvio. We didn't know about Doak and Devon for sure. And then, of course, I didn't have any clue, I don't believe, about Isaiah or Jalen at that time, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I think at that time, though, we still had a possibility maybe to get Matt or Cassius, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right around then. And so we didn't get those, but to be able to get the experience and the size that, and the need for shooters, I think that's about as good as we could do.
What do you think of these freshmen that are here? And I mean, how much will you lean on those guys?
I don't know. I think they're all good players. We went from having, I think, 6 or 7 for sure, to having, you had, if it's, I guess it would be 7, then you had the 3 coming back, and then you had the 2. So, there was a time where the 7, I thought all those guys would definitely be rotation guys, at worst. Now, I still think they'll all be rotation guys. I think they're good players. I think we got to figure out some things with a minute standpoint that which may be a situation we think we have to deal with. But hey, they've all been good to me. I mean, I don't think we don't have a Wiggins or maybe a Oubre or a McLemore or a Jackson in the group, but we got these guys are really good college players.
You've seen David take a step forward this offseason.
Best, most improved guy on our team, hands down. His athletic ability has improved, and I know that's not easy to do in a short amount of time, but he's much more explosive, and his shooting ability is really improved. And I don't know if that'll translate day to day, but he's a guy that he can make a 17-footer. He's our best big shooter without question right now, unless you include Jalen, and Jalen be our best shooter.
What does Jalen do for you, getting him?
Well, I've only seen him once, since he's been here, but he gives us size, he gives us toughness, and he gives us skill. I mean, he's not going to wow you like some people may think, like Josh could from an athletic standpoint and quick twitch standpoint, but he just knows how to play. He's a winner, and I think his ability to shoot the ball is probably as good, close to as good as anybody on our team, and to have that as a guy that's potentially a bad matchup for at least at times, I think is going to be real important to us.
You've said toughness a couple of times with him. Is it mental, physical, both?
I think I would say right now probably physical more because I don't know the mental stuff yet, but I think he's got both. Yeah. I think he's got both. I think he's a tough kid. More so
than your average freshman coming
absolutely.
in?
Yeah, absolutely. he likes the competitiveness of it. You know, a lot of guys can claim they're that, but they've never really been in the trenches competing. He's a guy that you can just tell likes it. So you know, you could make a case for Gary, you know, 6 years ago, being ultra competitive, but maybe not knowing certain situations. Then you see him yesterday. You see what a guy that's really competing does. And competing is just not all about harder, faster, tougher. It's about strategy and playing to win and taking advantage of mistakes or whatever, or eliminating them. And I think Jalen gets that. I don't think all freshmen do at an early age.
Did you end up getting to talk to him yet?
Text with him, yeah, he texted with me. He said we'd have drinks soon, and I said you're not going to have to buy one for several months. So, which is true. He shouldn't have to buy one for a long time. Not that you guys care about this, but I think it's one of the coolest things that's happened to Kansas athletics, because you know, golf's a sport that all alumni and donors can identify with, because everybody at some point in time has played it, or hopes to play it. They can play it until they're, you know, 70, 75 years old. So I think that everybody is really proud because they can identify with what he does. And even with football, not everybody played football, or even or basketball or whatever, baseball, but golf, people are connected, and I think that'll do wonders for him personally. I think it will do wonders for raising money for Down syndrome kids. I think it'll do wonders for obviously his individual and personal career. But it's just a cool story. What makes it so neat is you go from a situation where nobody thought he'd win, and then nobody, after they thought he might win, I'm sure the television networks were hoping he didn't. And it comes out to be a cooler story than even if Brooks had won. And of course Brooks was obviously fantastic himself. So yeah, it's really neat.
You get to watch most of it yesterday.
Didn't miss a shot.
Didn't miss a shot.
Well, don't tell the campers that, or the parents. I did not miss one shot yesterday, or the day before, you know. So yeah, it was great. I felt like I was nervous because I felt like I was actually doing something, because I was nervous, just like a lot of people were watching it, because you got that dude chasing you down. He's on fire. You know, you got to really man up, and he did. There's no question.
How many rounds you played with him? Any idea?
Just a couple.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's the best deal. The first time I played with him, we're playing number one. You guys all know number one in LCC, except for Gary right now. but we all played one, and you know, it's a 365-yard hole. He landed on the green and made a 20-footer for two. And I'm thinking, he played that as a par three. 360. I mean, unbelievable. So it was a little bit different. He had a different gear that nobody else can get to.
Did he hit driver?
Yeah, he hit driver. Yeah, he hit. Don't give him that much credit.
Very good.
With all this talent, what about redshirting?
No, I don't know.
Do you envision some guys?
Possibly, yeah. I don't know.
That's all the fans care about now, that you filled the roster.
Here we go.
Well, nobody has to sit out.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we'll do, if anything, with that. But and you say with all this talent, I don't know that I would go as far as all this talent. I would say with all the numbers, because you guys would think no matter who was on scholarship, it would be a talented group, because that's just how recruiting is reported around here. But I do think this is going to be a good group. I really do. I think they got a chance to be, you know, maybe a pro or two in that group. So.
What about the NBA draft, Vic and Diedrich?
Yeah, I don't know enough on Gerald to comment on what people are probably saying. I know that he's had several workouts, and I think he has had some really good workouts and shot well. But I don't know how that translates to pick. But with Diedrich, I do believe that, you know, he's obviously got a better than average chance of being picked. I told he and his family yesterday. I just told him it's a situation where it's a right fit, you know, because so often if you go in the second round, you go to a team that's already got 13 guaranteed contracts, and now you're looking at being a two-way or whatever, best case scenario. So, which may not be bad, but I hope he's in the right situation as much as he